Hello friends, today in this video we are going to solve some important MCQs about John Donne. So without delay, let's begin with our first question. In which year was John Donne born? Friends, look at the analysis. John Donne, the English poet and cleric, was born on January 22, 1572. So the right answer is number B. John Donne was born in the year 1572. Second question. In The Sun Rising, the poet calls the sun. Lying in bed with his lover, the speaker chides the rising sun, calling it a busy old fool and asking why it must bother them through windows and curtains. Here the correct option is number A. In The Sun Rising, the poet calls the sun a busy old fool. Epithalamion is a type of poem which is known as. Friends, epithalamion, derived from Greek word meaning to the bridal chamber, is a poem composed to celebrate a marriage, usually containing suggestive language and innuendo. Then the right option is number B. Epithalamion is a type of poem which is known as a marriage poem. The Anniversary by John Donne is addressed to. The Anniversary appears in Songs and Sonnets. Donne's second collection, published in 1601, is addressed to his wife Anne More. The poem celebrates the enduring nature of their love. Here the right option is number D. The Anniversary by John Donne is addressed to his wife. Question number 5. Who was the wife of John Donne? Donne's wife was Anne More. They were married in 1601. So the right option is number A. Anne More was the wife of John Donne. How many children did John Donne have? John Donne had 12 children with his wife Anne More. Unfortunately, several of their children died young. So the right option is number C. John Donne had 12 children. John Donne is known for which type of poetry? His works explore complex themes such as love, religion, and mortality, employing intricate metaphors and conceits that have influenced generations of poets. This unique combination of elements in Donne's poetry has solidified his status as a pioneering figure in the metaphysical genre. So the right option is number B. John Donne is known for metaphysical poetry. Who coined the term metaphysical poets? The term metaphysical poets was coined by the critic Samuel Johnson to describe a loose group of 17th century English poets whose work was characterized by the inventive use of conceits. Here the right option is number B. The term metaphysical poets was coined by Samuel Johnson. John Donne was the head of which literary movement? He is considered the preeminent representative of the metaphysical poets. His poetic works are noted for their metaphorical and sensual style and include sonnets, love poems, religious poems, Latin translations, epigrams, elegies, songs and satires. Then the right option is number A. John Donne was the head of metaphysical literary movement. Fill in the blank. For God's sake, hold your tongue and let me dash. The line, for God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love, is from the poem The Canonization. Here the right option is number C. For God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love. In which work did Johnson use the term metaphysical poets? Literary critic and poet Samuel Johnson first coined the term metaphysical poetry in his book Lives of the Most Eminent English Poets. In the book, Johnson wrote about a group of 17th century British poets that included John Donne, George Herbert, Richard Crashaw, Andrew Marvell and Henry Vaughan. So the right option is number A. In the book The Lives of the Most Eminent English Poets, Johnson used the term metaphysical poets. How many elegies were written by John Donne? John Donne wrote a total of 20 elegies. These elegies are known for their exploration of love, eroticism, and the complexities of human relationships, reflecting Donne's characteristic wit and metaphysical style. Then the right option is number A. John Donne wrote 20 elegies. Which poem Donne wrote but did not publish? John Donne wrote but did not publish Biathanatos, a prose work on suicide, circulated privately among friends. Many of his poems, such as some of his elegies, were also not published until after his death. So the correct option is number A. John Donne did not publish Biathanatos. The Canonization was published in The Canonization, poem by John Donne, written in the 1590s and originally published in 1633 in the first edition of Songs and Sonnets. Here the right option is number C. The Canonization was published in the year 1633. Donne's poem The Flea is an example of. The Flea is a metaphysical poem because the speaker uses the elaborate conceit of a flea to represent a sexual relationship. Here the right option is number B. The Flea is an example of metaphysical conceit. How many holy sonnets are written by Donne? The holy sonnets, also known as the Divine Meditations or Divine Sonnets, are a series of 19 poems by John Donne. The sonnets were published in 1633, 2 years after Donne's death. So the correct option is number B. 19 holy sonnets are written by John Donne. Donne revolts against whose style? John Donne was a leader of metaphysical poetry movement in the 17th century England. This movement revolted against the outdated conventions of Elizabethan poetry. So the right answer is number A. Donne revolts against Elizabethan style. Which century metaphysical poets belonged to? The term metaphysical poets was coined by Samuel Johnson to describe 17th century English poets. Then the right option is number A. Metaphysical poets belong to 17th century. Which of the following is a notable work by John Donne? Friends, out of the followings, The Good Morrow is a poem by John Donne published in his 1633 collection Songs and Sonnets. Then the right option is number B. Out of the followings, The Good Morrow is a notable work by John Donne. Which year was John Donne died? John Donne died in 1631. His contributions to English literature and the church remain influential. Here the right option is number D. John Donne was died in the year 1631. So guys, we have completed some important MCQs from John Donne. If you need more this type of videos, then please comment below. Thank you.